Guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this dress. I'm making it for a client, so I figured I could just also make a video on it. So basically this is for a 5-year-old. So the first thing I did is just to fold fabric into 2 for the front pattern and fold another one into 2 for the back pattern, right? And then the width I have, the back is slightly bigger by 1 inch at the for the zipper for the back, right? But the front is basically her chest measurement divided by 4 plus 1.5, half an inch for ease because it's a child. I don't want it too tight on her. And then 1 inch for the side seam allowance. So now what I have in total is about let's say almost 8 inches for the width of the fabric. And then her shoulder to her waist, that's her half length, is 10, but I need 1 inch for the seam allowance, right? So now the next thing I'm going to do is just to measure from her shoulder. Like I said, this is a 5-year-old, so her shoulder measurement divided by 2 is 11 divided by 2 is going to be 5.5. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that here, and then I'm going to go ahead and mark all the way down. Her armhole divided by 2 is going to be 12, so that's about at 6 inches somewhere here. Mark it, give it a curve for her armhole. And then the next thing is I'm going to come down here by like half an inch, not up to 1 inch. And then I'm going to come here, mark 2 inches for the neckline, and then connect it together in a slope, right? Normally in an adult you do 1 inch, but this is a child, so I'm doing 5. So now the next thing I have to do is just to go ahead, come down. It depends on you. The neckline is V, but I'm not going to be giving her a V neckline, so I'm just going to come down by 3.5 and just give her a round neck all the way up, and then 1 inch for the back neckline. So now the next thing is come down to the waist, divide her waist by 4. So her waist divided by 4 is going to be 5.5. So I'm going to just mark that here, and then add extra 2 inches, 1 inch of sewing allowance and 1 inch of darting. Then I'm going to just connect it to his point. So now all I have to do is just to go ahead and cut. So I'm going to cut from here out, and then the neckline for the back, separate it here, split it open because it's supposed to be the zipper allowance is this, and then I'm going to cut for the front neckline, and then I'm going to cut the shoulder slope. And then the next thing you're going to do is for the darting, right? This is supposed to have a dart, so the dart I'm going to add to it is her nipple to nipple divided by 2, which is 4. I'm going to go ahead and which is 6 divided by 2 is going to be 3. I'm going to go ahead and mark that here. And then her dart, you're going to measure from her shoulder to her bust, so which is supposed to be somewhere around here, I think around 7, but I'm going to end my dart at least 7.5 or 8, somewhere here. So just half an inch on both sides. This is her dart. I'm going to just notch it, and don't forget to always reduce the back length, right? I'm going to now reduce the back length. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to do up to 1 inch, but I can do 0.75 going up from here, just to shorten the length of the back. Normally in an adult you go up 1 inch at the back just to shorten it, because remember the back shoulder to waist is most times shorter, but I'm just going to do at least, you can do half an inch because in kids sometimes it can be the same, or you can do 0.75. It depends on you. So I'm just going to, or you can just go ahead and measure it on them, but I'm just going to do 0.75 and then blend it into this line and cut it off. So see how I'm going to blend it now, and then now I'm going to just cut this off. And then the next thing is also remember where your dart is supposed to be at the back. This is it. And then my dart at the back is going to go up to the chest line, which is here. Chest line, meaning this same line as my armhole. Come down here, and then it's going to go this way. Half an inch on both sides. So I'm going to notch it. So this is basically it for the bodice of this dress. Now I'm going to also go ahead and cut her sleeve. So to cut the sleeve, I have this fabric here that is on a fold. So I'm cutting 2 of them at the same time. So let me just go ahead and split it. So guys, now the next thing I have to do is just to come down here for her sleeve. Like you can see, is 2 of them folded into 2. So you see this is folded into 2, and then this other one is also folded into 2 because I'm cutting the 2 sleeves at the same time. I'm going to come down here by like 2.5 or 2 inches depending on you, and then rule a straight line across this way. And by the way, the sleeve length I'm working with here is for her is 5 inches, but added 2 inches just for folding it and the seam allowance. So now the width you're going to have here is basically your armhole divided by 2 plus 1. So now I've marked the line, that's the width of the fabric. So now what I'm going to do is going to mark this line this way, and then find halfway through this line. For me it's 8.5, halfway through is going to be about 4.25, so give it a curve. So now I have my bodies and I have my sleeve. So check the sleeve width. Her sleeve width is 5, so that's going to be like I said, this is a 5-year-old, right? Sorry, her sleeve width is 8 inches, is the length of the sleeve that is 5 inches. So what I'm going to mark now is 8 divided by 2, which is her sleeve width, is 4. I'm going to add half an inch for ease, and then 1 inch of seam allowance, and then connect it this way. So now all I have to do is just to cut it out. So now I'm going to couple everything together, and we are going to come back and start cutting the bottom part of this dress. So guys, this is it here. As you can see, I've coupled the top part of her clothes together. The sleeve, the top, the back is open for zipper allowance. But as you can see, I left this part open because I'm thinking, because it's a kid, I want to put in a belt for her, right? I want to insert the belt in between here like this, and then just sew it close. But I'm yet to cut the belt out. But if you want, you can just close it up to the end if you don't want to add. There's no belt on the one on the picture from what I can tell, but you can always go ahead and add yours if you want to. So I'm going to set this one aside now. So guys, to cut the bottom of this here, what we're going to be doing here is just to calculate. Like I said, her dress length is total of 29. That's from her shoulder to below her knee is 29. And I told you guys the shoulder to her waist is 10. That's the length of this one here. From the shoulder to here is 10 inches. So now to get what will be the bottom here, we have to subtract this 10 from this 29, which is the total length of the dress. Subtract this 10 inches from it, and we're left with 19. So that means the flare at the bottom here, the length of it is supposed to be 19 to complete the total dress to 29, right? So this 19 now, since it's going to be 2-layered flare, we have to decide how we're going to how we're going to get the 2 lengths we want to work with. So 19 is going to be the longest flare. That's the bottom flare that will come out at the end. The upper one, you can reduce it by 5 and make it, let's say, 14. So let's say I decide to do 14, 19. So 14 is going to be the first tier, 19 is going to be the second tier, which is the longer one. So now what you're going to add to both of them is just plus 1.5. Plus 1.5, right? So that means the total length for the first one, 1 inch is just to fold the edge. Half an inch is just to join the upper part to the body of this flare. So in total, I'm going to be working with 20.5 and 15.5. So that's going to be the length I'm working with. So I'm going to write it out somewhere so I don't forget. And then for the width of this flare now, right? So the width of this flare now, you're going to use her waist measurement. And if you look at it, you see that it is gathered. So you can use, her waist is 22, right? And I still need 2 inches for the zipper, one side of this zip, one side of the other zip. So that's 2 inches, right? 1 inch for this side of the zip, 1 inch for this side of the zip. So that's extra 2 inches. You can go ahead and do extra 5 inches, extra 6 inches, 7 inches for the gather. But since I don't have enough fabric here, I might just go ahead and make it like, let's say a total of, let's say I can do extra 4 inches because her fabric is not enough. But if you're working with enough fabric, you can make it more than, you can even do 10 inches just so that you can pull it together and gather it and it will be full. You understand? You can add extra 10 inches to this, to the waist measurement, so that you can have enough full gather. But this here is just going to give me the least gather, and it doesn't matter because the fabric is not big enough. So now that I've calculated it, so you are going to calculate the total of what you have. So your zip allowance plus the extra you're adding to the waist. So for me, that's going to be about 28, right? So this 28 now, whatever you get as your total, divide it by, for everybody, even if it's an adult or anybody you're making it with, you're going to divide it by 3.14. So 3.14 is what I'm going to use to divide this. So now once you divide that, whatever you get, so let's say I'm using 9 inches for mine, right? So let's say I got 9 inches and that's what I'm using. What I'm going to do is, the first line I'm going to mark here is going to be 9, right? I'm going to make sure I have 9 inches all the way, and you're going to see my fabric is just on a fold of 2 this way. If I open it up, it's just a white fabric this way, and then I folded it into 2 this way. And then the length I have here is basically, the first thing I have here is just that 9 inches that I need for the waist. And then the second measurement I have here is just the 20.5, which is the length, right, that we calculated. So I've gotten the first layer first, so that once I get that out of the way, the remaining fabric, I can manage it to cut the other one that is going to be 15.5. But the first one I'm going to cut is the 20.5 one, although both of them will still be the same waistline. You understand? So now let me go ahead and cut that out. Let me go ahead and mark it. So I'm going to put my tape at this point here and mark 9 inches all the way this way and make a curve. So guys, this is it here. So I placed my tape first here and marked the 9 inches all the way around, placed it again, and then marked the other one all the way. So now all I have to do is just to go ahead and cut this out. And then I'm going to cut the second, like this bottom part of it. So now we have the first flake. The next thing I'm going to go ahead to mark now is the second. So this is the first layer. The second layer is going to be the same waistline, the same 9 inches that we used here, but this, instead of 20.5, we're going to do 15.5. So it's going to be shorter by, like, let's say 5 inches. So now let me go ahead and mark that also. The same way I folded my fabric, fold your fabric again into 2 and cut that out. So guys, you see what I did here? I just placed this here to get exactly the same waistline, the one I cut off from the last time. Just place that same thing here, and then I just drew out this mark here for the waist. So like I said, the waist is going to be the same. The only difference now is that the length I have here is 15.5, right? So you see it's 15.5. So I'm just going to place my tape back up here and just mark that all the way like this. So guys, you see now I've cut it out, the upper one and the lower one, difference of 5 inches. So I'm just going to take it, get at the waist and join it to the body of the dress. So if I open it up now, this is what it looks like, right? If I open it up, it looks something like this. So it's just going to have a little gather, right? But guys, let me also tell you something. The second layer for me, when I was cutting it, I noticed I had more fabric. So I cancelled out the first line that I made and extended the waist a little bit more. So that now the one at the upper part is going to have more gather, right? Remember, for the first one, I used 9 inches for this one, for the waist. But as I'm cutting it, I noticed that I still had more fabric to go to cut the shorter one, just because the length is shorter. So I could manage the fabric that way. So I extended the waist and used like 11. That's what I was saying. If you have more fabric, you can always make the waist wider and just gather it when you're done. So all I have to do is just to place this on top of this one and gather the two of them together. Except now, the one where I need the most gather, which is the upper one, that's why you have to cut the second one first. The upper one is where you need the most gather, because that's the one that will be visible, right? So now this one that will be visible would look like it has more gather. Like when I gather it now, it's going to look even more gather than this second one, which is underneath it, right? So now I'm going to put the two of them together and then gather it, join it to the body of this dress, right? And then bring it back so you guys will see what it looks like. So guys, this is it here. I've gone ahead and joined the first layer. This, you see, this is what it looks like. So I've finished this dress. Like I said, I added a belt to the side. This is like 2 inches of width. So when you open it up, you're going to cut out 5 inches, and then when you fold it into 2, it's going to be 2 inches on this side, 2 inches on this side, and then the other one will be your seam allowance. Because I had a small zip, a short zip, I had to bring down the neckline just a little bit more so that my zip can extend down towards this part. So that's basically all the changes I made. This is what the dress looks like. You see, it goes in this way into the zipper and then comes up here like this. So that's basically, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.